Good morning, everybody. Glad you can all make it to the South Edition of Phoenix. Well, here we get together every week to share whatever information that we have that can help each other, whether it's sending a referral to someone that we know. And I think I've done that about 3 or 4 times this week for different people that I've met. Been meeting with people like Penny Lee, and she has a presentation later on, show you how to get your body moving, which is medicine. Well, so be sure to hang on for that. The we are going through quite the shift right now. Having our referrals are hitting 322 for this year, and 320 BAMs. It's amazing how well they're close together. Business is 123,645. And as I'm looking at the numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's wild. And numerology, that means something. E-cards are 5,728, which is just amazing how those contacts are still coming through. The All right, let's do a quick share here, get an idea of where we are, what we're doing. This is our site. This is our hub, pbex.ca or phoenixbusinessexchange.com. Both are the same. They lead to this. They lead to this website, and it has everything that we have regarding our members. Member of the week is Patricia Ramirez. She works with Melaleuca and various other things. She has her own health coaching business that she has. So there's her e-card, a quick video about her and stuff. She's been away with us for quite a few years in the After Hours group. So really pleased to have people like that. If you have any visitors that want to visit us, this is a great place to come. They could just simply go to any of these 4 chapters that we have on the Monday, Wednesday, or today, the Thursday. They would just click that red button, and the Zoom number is already embedded in that click, so they can come right in. You don't have to remember any numbers, or very good. If you have a new computer and nothing's programmed, just come to our site there, and then that would do it. Tuning in with Tony, we have that. I have my meditation every week at 1:30. If you miss it, there are recordings that we're doing. If you want to catch some of those, we are talking about the 4 agreements, and we're going to be diving more into that. Penny Lee has her dance and moving in medicine classes. By clicking this, you'll get a schedule of all her classes. And she also has a Friends Friday potluck every month, and it's coming on September 13th. It is a way to get together with friends. It's not a business meeting, but it is certainly something that we can do to try to just to get to know each other a little better. This is a 6:30, 9:30 event, so if you want to go to that, that's fully open there. There's quite a few people going there every month, so nice work there, Penny Lee. The South Group, next week we are meeting at the River Lounge. All right, so that'll be a physical, in-person meeting. Great time to bring in a visitor if you know somebody in the legal field, or Bernie has a whole host of a list of people that we're looking for: hairdresser, a home inspector, that kind of thing. We're still looking for a contractor, a general contractor, a good one, someone that doesn't exactly do the work but does most of the marketing, because it seems like as soon as they come in, they start to get business, and we want to make sure that they can continue coming to the meeting so we can continue sending them referrals, that sort of thing. So that's next week. We're going to be there. So if you know somebody, bring them along. Okay, we'll have a nice breakfast together, and we'll do our thing. Bell's Corner is going to be meeting up, I think, the week after at the High Fives location, and in September, the East End is meeting at the Bigs again on the 11th. All right, and we've already done the stats and all that stuff, but we're just hovering about just under 7,400 referrals since we started. Again, if you have a visitor that wants to come in, here's a QR code that tells us a a little bit about what Phoenix is all about in that QR, and there's also a part that they can click for that. We're right into the charities. We just finished our charity golf there a few weeks ago, and very successful in that way. It was a great day. I was so happy. It was 9 holes. Bernie and I were talking about this after, and it was just amazing. Very, very smart, very strategic. It was such a hot day. I don't know if I could have done another hole itself if we had to, but it was a great day and a worthwhile cause. I think we raised well over $1,000 for the Make a Wish, I believe. Bernie? Yeah.
Yep, I think it was around 1,200 to 1,400 thereabouts.
1,200, right on.
And,
Yeah.
and that's not including what Norm and Steve donated.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, particular members did stepped up and did a little more. And Norm and Steve, thank you so much for that. It's very appreciated. If you're watching there, Steve. Okay, so it's all good. It's the kind of people we are. We just care for one another, and it's good to see that. So let's move on to our education. And Norm, do you have a word of wisdom for us, buddy?
Yes, scams.
Oh, love it.
Well, I like kind of preaching to the choir here, but if somebody wants the deposit to do construction wants deposit more than 25%, then know when to fold them and know when to walk away. It's just, if they want 50%, that means they're having trouble financing stuff, right? They don't have credits with their dealers, their suppliers. They want you to take all the risk. So never give more than 25%. If it's a bigger job, that what we do is we say we take 25% to activate the contract, we order stuff, and then we say, when we've accomplished this much work, not time, but when we've accomplished this much work, then we want another 25%. When we've accomplished this much work, we want another 25%. Balance on completion. If somebody says, well, I need $30,000. No, that's not, oh, that's too much money if they want kind of the whole thing up front or a big chunk of it up front, or if they're really so much cheaper than somebody else, right? If three guys are around the 10,000 and one guy's at the 7,000, do not take the $7,000 one. Pick one of the guys that are closer to the average, right? And be aware of promises. I just lost a job because they wanted me to give them a 4-week delivery. I said, I can't give you a 4-week delivery on Windows. Somebody said that they could, but I know they can't because I know how long it takes the factories to make stuff. They can't make it faster for somebody else than they do for me, right? Now, when I was actively doing Windows all the time, and somebody says, well, so-and-so can do it says they can do it in 4 weeks. I said, well, have him promise you a 5% discount for every week that he's late. Let him put his mouth where the money is. And usually that guy, nobody would do that. I also lost a job because somebody promised to do something that I wouldn't. They wanted to put in a patio door in a modular home. Those are engineered homes. I can't put in a new header. If I was doing Bernie's house with a regular house, I could cut a hole and put a new header in and put a patio door where there's a window. So these people are going to be burned. I know it because they wanted a quick delivery, which is not possible, and they wanted me to put a patio door in. And that's when we say, if they would have said, yeah, we'll go ahead if you put the patio door, we would have said, no way. So you got to watch the unrealistic promises. Also, everything has to be in writing. So anybody else have any questions about what you should be wary of when you're dealing with contractors? other than the deposit, beware deposit, be aware of unrealistic delivery times where he promises better delivery times than somebody else. Right? Haven't put a price on that. Okay, so that's the thing. Be aware of contractors who ask for too much money down.
Thank you, Norm. If I may, I just heard of a new scam on the neighborhood sites. It's on Nextdoor, and one of them is an Enbridge one that goes to mostly the elderly, saying that they're late on their payment, even though they might have paid already, and to you're $243 in the red, and you're going to be cut off unless you can pay. And many of them are just paying this right on the link that they're providing, and the logos looks good, it looks legit, everything, but for some reason they don't think to call Enbridge, give them their account number, and somehow they get their account number, and I don't know how they do that, but either way they get that account number, and they should figure out that do I owe this money. Because we seem to jump to paying so quickly because we want to make sure that we're all up to date and everything. So just be wary to click anything. So I'll have to figure out how to do something if I want to make an announcement that it is me. I remember one of the episodes of MASH where the guy says, "Can you identify yourself?" The guy says, "Yes, this is me." So, all right, let's move on to our introductions and tell a little bit about what we do. Here we are, August, in the middle of August. So it would be nice if anything has changed or any new things are coming up. If we can start with Cremina, the lady of the flowers.
The flower
Go ahead,
lady.
Cremina.
Good morning. I'm representing Langdon's Flowers, the flower shop at the south end of the city that delivers all over the greater Ottawa and Ottawa area. We're delivering for everyday occasions. We deliver fresh flowers, plants, giftware, arrangements, and for any occasions, including weddings. And today I would like to encourage everyone to recommend Langdon's Flowers for friends, family, anybody that you know for wedding flowers. We have great reviews from our designers. They're doing a fantastic job. They can meet any of your expectations, and they're ready to tackle the next wedding that we have. We've been quite busy with weddings, and now it's gearing up for the next season as well. So anybody that you know, please send them to Langdon's Flowers. And if you wish to place an order on our website, langdonsflowers.com, feel free to use your PBEX 2024 code so you can get 15% of your purchase and take advantage of being a member of PBEX as well. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.
Thank you very much, Cremina. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a big time for weddings for sure. It's a good time. Over to Eric. Go ahead, buddy.
Morning, everybody. I'm Eric Perron, your real estate advisor. We call ourselves advisors at Engel Advocers because that's exactly what we do. We're not necessarily agents. I also call myself a selling agent versus a listing agent. A listing agent quite possibly will get your listing agreement, put the for sale sign on the lawn, and only talk to you when you get an offer. So I deal with the entire selling process, from listing your property is the first step, and then selling your property is the 95% step, which is the marketing, which is the negotiating of a deal, which is the continual conversations with the other realtors that are out there, not only in that neighborhood, but realtors who have come to visit your property with their clients, the follow up with them. I just followed up with somebody, and sure enough, they ended up doing a second showing, and now their client is considering putting in an offer with the extra information that I was able to provide. The other thing I like to do when I list a home is if I can, it's great if I can be at the house and actually show the buyer or the buyer's agent and their clients at the home themselves to make sure that I highlight some of the things that I know as the listing agent, because I have an intimate relationship with the seller and the home versus a buyer agent who's only seen potentially pictures. So the information that we give out there, I think we're more of an advisor, and that's why at England Volkers we call each other that. The other thing I wanted to say quickly is absolutely, Norm, I believe what you're saying. If an agent promises you a certain price in the market, they're not telling you the truth. The market is dictated by buyers. Let's face it, that is the absolute truth. Buyers determine the market in any market out there ever. If stock prices had a particular stock price and buyers didn't want it, guess what? The stock market would be stale. Nothing would happen. It's only when buyers put in their prices there. So make sure you reach out. I'm happy to have conversations, coffees, lunches, whatever you need before you sign on the dotted line and before you make any decisions out there. Thanks again. I'm Eric Parent, your real estate advisor.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Any BAMs or any referrals set?
No, but I have referred Norm like twice this week, but not that it's led to a contract. They haven't purchased yet. So
yeah,
Norm,
well, no, a
you're on the,
referral is just a lead. It's not business. That's a separate thing. But if
Yeah.
it's a referral, then it counts.
yeah, well, twice to Norm, once to Sam.
Okay. And to Sam. Okay, perfect. Cremina, did you have any BAMs or any business from?
Not last week.
No. Okay. Just checking in. Thank you. Norm, over to you, sir. What
Well,
shaking?
I gotta say like Eric said, I'm an advisor. So somebody called me to look at their house. They wanted to put some siding on. And they wanted to put some insulation and put siding on. I said, no, that's not cost effective. It's not going to keep your house warmer, right? And they wanted to take out a mansard roof. So I talked him out of the siding because it wasn't the way to go, right? It would have been a $55,000 job, but it wouldn't accomplish what he wanted. There's cheaper ways to do with what they want. So sometimes I have to tell customers what this other guy told you is wrong. You don't need to do this job, right? No benefit to you, no benefit to us to do this job. So the other thing, because I had a BAM with Jacqueline, I want to tell you about the honeydew list versus, I stress windows and doors because it's my thing, right? But like my son just did his kitchen, the floor was, had dropped. He jacked that up. He put leveler on it. He took out a bathroom that he had eliminated and made a bigger bathroom, took that bathroom, made it part of the kitchen, new cupboards. So we do a lot more than just windows and doors. You want to put in a vanity, you want to change a toilet, you want to, anything that you can think of that can be done in your house that's between the attic and the basement, we'll look at it and give you an idea of what we can do. We don't do foundations, we don't do roofs, we know how to, but we don't have all the safety equipment for that. So the honeydew list can be an extensive or can be a list of 10 small things or 2 big things. So that's the thing to remember is go to our website, boyerboys.ca, to get an idea of what we can do for you. And like just mentioned, had a really good band with Jacqueline, right? And we learned a lot about each other, right? And I was able to give some scout leader advice.
Thanks a lot, Norm. And speaking of Jacqueline, the Lady of Light, over to you.
Well, that was good. And I went on, so I'm part of the 5 o'clock club. So I did take a breath and lift my shoulders and take them back and release them down. And I thought about telling you all about how to pay off your mortgage faster. And I thought that is an easy discussion for me to have with you. However, at this moment, I'd like to talk about one of my lenders who came to our brokerage to talk about, again, something incredibly important. And it was called, they decided, this lender called it the Mental Health Webinar. And so it's capital M, capital E, capital N, Mental Health Webinar. And it was all about time to talk about redefining what strong means. Redefining what strong means. It was a brilliant webinar. And it wasn't just about how can we give you the better rates? How can we offer you this program? It was all about how do we help redefine what strong means. So mental health webinar. It was amazing. It's out there for everyone to see, everyone to certainly consider. And so for me, strong is being strong in understanding what your next steps could be with regard to your mortgage refinancing or your debt consolidation. Be strong in what you think can be done. If you don't ask, you don't know. So be strong in asking the questions. I'm Jacqueline Richards. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, you got to contact your mortgage honey.
Thanks, Jacqueline. And any BAMs? Any referrals?
Only with Norm last week, which is extraordinary. Thank you so much. So not only did I speak about the client who spent $30,000 on what she didn't get, and of course my daughter and my grandson about the horseback riding. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you,
Thank
Jacqueline.
you.
Awesome. And over to Sam.
Thank you, Tony. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There's my contact information in the chat. Well, back this week, starting this week from our cottage. Enjoyed ourselves for 3 weeks down there. Did some water skiing, did some pickleball playing. Also expanded my mechanical skills to putting a starter in our Sea-Doo. Not something that I would recommend anybody try that doesn't know much about mechanics, because it's a really tight fit in those Sea-Doos to get to the starter. Well, I do, as most of you know, dash cameras. In fact, Eric has asked me to replace, I guess, the head unit in the one that I installed. It's gone bad, so I'm going to put that on order for him. Also do car repairs, minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs. And I did a little minor body work for a friend of mine that I play squash with on his car just yesterday. Let's see, BAMS wise, let's see, I did a referral for Q Nguyen, who's a member, I think, of this group, someone looking for life insurance. And I'm waiting on our friend Dave Beliveau to get my salmon. I think he's gone out east. Maybe he's catching it at this very moment. So I'm looking forward to that fresh salmon from Dave. That's it for me, Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a new vehicle, and lots more.
Thanks, Sam. He's probably catching it now. I love that. Okay, over to Bernie. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, Tony. So gonna kind of do a round robin of what I do. Business concierge. I connect people. Now, that's the kind of the short and simple piece. Knack for Business podcast. That piece is in there. Property Wizard podcast. Commercial real estate. East Trade Winds. That's starting up in the end or beginning of September. So that'll be live and running. And just to keep it short and simple, doing an ask. We've got Clean Shield Solutions is looking for a place to do demos. And so commercial cleaning, gyms, clinics. One of the things that my young lad was mentioning, because we were working on preparing some social media, and he says, oh, one of his buds is in the martial arts. And, oh, that's handy. Well, are they running into issues? He says, yeah, ringworm seems to be a prevalent thing. Hey, you know what? HOCl, hypochlorous acid, kills ringworm. And you know what? We have a device that spreads it everywhere. Nice fine mist, 1 to 5 microns. I am going to be chatting with the supplier of the chemical agent, and I said, "So, what about monkeypox? Does that go there?" And apparently they do. So I have to find out a bit more information about that. It does not. None of this cures you, right? All this it prevents the spread of. All right, it's great for your skin too if you're using the agent, but that's another story. I'm not doing cosmetic commercial today. I'm doing, hey, we're looking for demos and a place to bring the machine. So it does large areas, 200 cubic meters in 15 minutes. And I'll stop there.
Thank you, Bernie. Awesome. And hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself. I'm the spirit guy of the group. I've been doing this for over 15 years. I've always had the ability to be able to sense things. As a mover, I used to move people into a home, and I just had this sense that they would be divorced in 18 months. I just thought I was lucky when I got more and more people calling me. I'd move two people in, one person out. Usually the lady stayed in the house, and we would move the gentleman into an apartment. But it was just interesting that as times went on, that I realized that there's a gift here. I didn't even know what to do with it. All I know is that if something comes up, I can help. People usually say, Tony, if you're in a restaurant, do you not know about people around you? I says, in the beginning I did, but that's just being nosy, knowing that a couple across from me, this is their first date. The guy behind me is about ready to lose his home. Like that just, what am I going to do with that? I was able to turn it off. I am not interested in unless people ask me a question. Once they ask, and especially if it's a Phoenix member, I'll go to the ends of the earth for you. I'll do it for any client, but sometimes I'm a little more insistent because I look at every Phoenix member as one of my children, one of my people that I care for. They've taken the time to come to the meetings. If you need me, I am there. It's just a higher level of commitment because you made a commitment to be here. And Phoenix is all about covering, making sure that you don't get into trouble, that if you want to get into a business deal and it doesn't look like it's the best, we'll try to steer you so that there's a minimum of risk, okay? The other part is every Friday at 1:30, I do a free online tuning class just to tell people and show people that I've been very successful over the years, and this is one way for me to give back where I can do a class and it doesn't cost anything. It's meditation for an hour. We talk about all kinds of things. In this one, the book on the 4 agreements. It is a book by Don Miguel Ruiz. Came out about 30 years ago. And Spirit wanted me to go through all of the different different agreements that guarantees happiness. Last week we talked about don't take things personally. As in our society, we are so inadequate, as they say. Our bodies aren't right, our thinking isn't right, what we do isn't right, and we take things personally even though it has nothing to do with us. So that creates a whole bunch of things. This week we're going to be talking about don't make assumptions. And we're going to talk about that. And if you want to know more, again, we do re-recordings. If you want to catch this class, we can send you a sample of it and give you some ideas on how to stay in this happy place. Okay, Tony Jennis from Hire Yourself. We are here to make your day and to raise your vibrations. Okay. Every week we give one of our members more of an opportunity to talk about their industry, to talk about their business, more than in a minute or two. And we're featuring Penny Lee. She is the dancing motivator. She is the movement is medicine lady. And this is so important. We see studies all the time. Just get moving. When you're sitting for an hour, working away on a project, set a timer, move around. But Penny Lee has a completely different strategy in terms of making movement fun. Hey, Penny Lee?
Yep, exactly. So thank you. My name is Penny Lee Prevost. I'm known as the Dancing Motivator. I'm the co-founder of the Graduate Thrivers with my business partner, Liz M. Raymond. And what we do is I help people to really connect with their body. I help them realize that often our mind plays tricks on us. And so it's really a lot about your belief systems and what you are communicating between your mind and your body. And the body is actually a very magical machine. We only have one body. And so it's really important to pay attention and listen to your body when it is calling out for help. How does it do that? Through pain. When you're in pain, that is your body's signal to say, hey, pay attention to me. And oftentimes people, will take a pain reliever that cuts off the receptor so it doesn't bother them because their brain and body are now disconnected. And so there's no way to help the body to resolve the issue. So I want you to think about the people in your life that maybe they have a sore ankle or a sore foot. They might have plantar fasciitis. I hear a lot about plantar fasciitis, and maybe they've had a knee replacement, or they're waiting for a knee replacement, or perhaps it's their hip and they're waiting for a hip replacement, or they have spine issues. Maybe their back is always sore because they had a car accident and the injury is a chronic injury. Maybe they have frozen shoulder, or perhaps they have tennis elbow, or maybe they have carpal tunnel. Did you notice I just went through all of our major joints? um, what happens is people talk about, I have arthritis, I have diabetes, I have dementia, whatever their problem is, they are owning it and they believe that there is nothing that they can do to resolve that. That is not the truth. That is just what they believe. And so through Graduate, I had a belief that I couldn't exercise. I live with osteoarthritis in my feet. And so I live with versus I have are two different belief systems. And so when you realize that how you're communicating with your body is impacting your overall health, either in a positive or negative way, then you can actually start to resolve things or make it better or feel better. So 8 years ago, actually, it's coming up on actually, it's 9 years ago. I shouldn't say that. I took my training in August. I never exercised my whole life. I had a belief that when I was young, I had open heart surgery and I could not I didn't have the energy to be able to keep up with the rest of the kids. So the kids always teased me until I had this incident and discovered I had a hole in my heart, which is why my blood wasn't being purified and I didn't have the energy. And so that stuck in my head. I can't exercise. I can't exercise because one, people are going to tease me. I'm fat and frumpy. I had all these ideas in my head, but I loved music and dancing. And I said to myself, I don't understand why I can go to a party or a wedding reception and get on the dance floor and stay there all night. And I have the endurance to do that, but I cannot go to the gym and have the endurance to get through a workout. And so it was the magic of the music that is chosen specifically in our choreographed routines and the movement that brought the magic. And that's what we call it. Movement plus music equals magic. And the magic of it is that your mind actually releases away from all of the pain that you may be experiencing through the music and your body resonating with the music. And so all of the songs are purposely chosen to impact each of your chakras. So what happens is when people come to class, they leave energized and relaxed both at the same time. And I always found that very fascinating. So I wanted to share with you today Think about those people that are suffering from all of those issues I already mentioned. They can come to class, and in class, they will have the opportunity to learn how to communicate with their mind and body connection so they can learn how to move with pleasure. And so it's really about tweaking, just making small adjustments to be able to move more freely in your body. And we're not saying that we're going to cure you of your issues. What we're saying is we're going to help you to feel better. And it's kind of like a compound effect. The more you feel better, the more you want to do it. The more you feel better, the more you want to do it. And so I have taken my wisdom through Graduate Thrivers, learning how the mind works and helping people to create new belief systems that they can use to improve their overall health. So I wanted to point out some of the benefits of NIA. So it stimulates pleasure of living in the body. And remember, you only have one body. So we got to take good care of it. It supports weight loss. It increases energy, strength, flexibility, mobility, and agility. It improves circulation and heart health. By the way, my Moving to Heal class through the township here is one of the few classes that's actually offered as a HeartWise program because it's cardio conditioning in a gentle way. Develops grace, power, and muscle tone, improves posture, balance, and stability, relaxation and stress reduction, strengthens the nervous system, improves focus and concentration, teaches the science of the body. So every time we do a class, we have a focus and intent of a body part that we are going to focus on. And so through each class, you learn a little bit more about how a particular body part is impacted by other body parts, and how you can improve it and make it even better. It fosters creativity, confidence, and self-expression. It's transformational, and most importantly, it's fun. And that's the big thing. You want to have fun when you're doing your movement practice because when it's fun, you want to do more of it. And it's interesting because I find that when people come to class, I have very fit people that come to my class, and I have very limited mobility people that come to my class. It is totally based on the body's way. So, your body's way, recognizing how you move your body is the key. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. So, example for you, I have an infection in my foot, and so I have limited mobility in my ankle right now, but I am focusing every class on sending healing energy to my ankle to allow me to um, help to repair that. I I had a class yesterday, and the gal is 20 years younger than me. And when she first came to class, she had a hip issue, constant chronic pain in her hip ever since she had her children. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she came to class to be able to have a fitness practice during the day to get away from the kids for a little bit. And so did not realize she had signed up for this particular class. She thought it was yoga. And I said to her, I don't teach yoga, I teach Nia. And she said, I don't care what it is as long as it's during the day. And so she did my class for 2 weeks in a row. And the second week, she said, you know, Penny Lee, it's the weirdest thing. I don't have any hip issues anymore. She said, I walk, I run, I jog, I bicycle. I'm a very fit person, and I could not shake this hip issue. And the big thing with what we do is we move our body in all different ways. So it's not a linear type movement. We reach high, middle, low, side, back. We turn our head, we're looking all around. That is the cues that we offer in classes to make sure you move all 700 muscles and all 200 bones. Sometimes it's simple as finger flicks. Sometimes it's a roll of a shoulder. Sometimes it's an elbow strike. Sometimes it's kicks and punches. So with the 9 different movement forms and the 52 different moves, you are absolutely sure that you're going to move all those muscles and bones in a 1-hour movement practice. So I'm going to give you a little demo of one of the songs that I love. I'm going to change it up today because I often do the same song over and over simply because my students love them. But NIA is not just an exercise practice. It is a lifestyle. And it's really about recognizing how to collaborate with your body and find improved health. So there are a few things that we suggest you do on a daily basis. Obviously, as Jacqueline always suggests, take time to smell the moment. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling fully will get you into your body. The other thing is to activate all 13 joints, which I went through earlier. So you start off with your left side, go up and around to the right side, left ankle, left knee, left hip, left wrist, shoulder, elbow, shoulder, spine is in the middle. Then we do the joints on the other side to make sure that you get those joints moving first thing in the morning. And so that kind of gets the stimulation of the synovial fluid going. When you have sore joints, it's because the fluid is pooled, it's not moving. So like Tony said, get up after an hour and move the 13 joints. Don't just walk around, move your hands, move your elbows, move your shoulder, move all of it, because it's through moving the energy up and out that you are going to have the greatest results. The other thing is you want to set an intention. So set a focus for the day, whether it's your health or something you want to accomplish in your business. What is your desired result? I focus on my posture with the intent to eliminate pain in my neck and upper back. That could be your focus for the day. I focus on my breath with the intent to fully exhale and experience greater relaxation. Take off your shoes. Back in 1960, they created rubber and created running shoes, which disconnected our energy from the earth. So we have energy and microbes in the soil that we absorb in our body. It's really important that you take your shoes off and walk around barefoot, particularly on natural surfaces like a hardwood floor. And make sure you wiggle your toes and let your feet move around, exercise, move your ankles, and, step on the earth with your heels, intentionally sensing the sensation of how your feet move. This will help strengthen the fascia. A lot of people who run and jog have terrible feet because they're constantly protected by their running shoes. They don't give the muscles in their feet chance to exercise and strengthen. And move your body for at least a minute to music, because it's the music that's going to vibrate through your body. And be sure before you go to bed that you clear the space, that you let go of all of the stuff that happened during the day, and take time to have an awareness when you go to sleep, going through your body and recognizing the results that you have contacted your body with the surfaces that you're lying on. So I have my green belt on. Just so you know, it is a belt system. It's 9 different movement forms, 3 of which are martial arts. And so we do have a belt system when we go through our training. So we learn more and more each time. So I'm going to get up and do some movement. Is anybody interested in moving with me? If I can get my my thing to move here. Okay, guys, what's going on? Okay, here, I got my music.
Yeah,
I
Penny
need
Lee,
to
you have about 3 or 4 minutes. Is that okay?
yeah, 3 minutes is all I need.
Okay.
I just need to share this. Share. Okay, so you should be able to hear me over the music. All right. So the music is starting. How's that for sound? Can you hear the music? All right.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
So we're going to start off in what we call an A stance, dripping our fingers, so creepy crawlers at the heart level, and sky. Bring it around. Lift your toes, tap the floor with the ball of your foot. Let your spark out. So notice your elbows. Okay, palms up. We're going to travel 4 steps. Now we're going to roll. Again. And roll. Hold it here. Take 1 step slow, another step slow. Can you see how you're moving your joints? Very simple and easy. Hold it here. Hip bumps. Tickle the floor with your fingers. Let your jaw relax. Heart.
You should know that you are perfect with those flaws.
And sky.
Yeah, you
Bring that around. Time to let your spark out.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
Palms up. We're going this way. This activates the shoulder girdle. Now we're going to roll. Other side. And roll. Slow it down. Time. Take 2 steps. Slow. It's not about being in a rush. It's about connecting with your body and recognizing pleasure. How your body enjoys moving. And also the words of the song. Hips, tickle the space, the floor. Then we burst with a shine. Heart. And burst. Tickle the floor. Heart, level. So your fingers are what we call creepy crawlers, like you're tickling somebody. Bring it around. Palms up. 4 steps. Look where you're going. Hold it here. Hip bump. Burst. Look to the sky. Now look to the floor. So that gets all of the joints moving. Your wrists, elbows. Whoops. Stop. And and so you have an opportunity to get the heart pumping, increase your lung volume, move all your joints. It's done barefoot, so you're grounding. Super, super fun. And any questions? Oh, and by the way, I wanted to mention that we are putting on a retreat scheduled for September 19th to the 22nd in Morin Heights. And we have 2 spots left. So there's room for 8 people. We are going to be, I mean my partner and I, Elaine, she teaches nutrition and she does foraging and breath work. And I'm going to teach mindset and the movement practice that I just shared with you. So that is our plan. Any questions? All right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Penny Lee. That was great. If somebody wants to know more, of course, you can schedule a BAM with Penny Lee. That would be great, as I did. I did learn something in that, and I've known Penny Lee for, years. and I learned quite a bit more with her certifications and stuff. She's always trying to improve herself, always trying to notch it up a little bit, and I love that. It's you're constantly reinventing yourself. That's really what you want to do in any profession, no matter what it is. You can always learn something new, something extra, and so Penny Lee has a lot to offer there. So thanks a lot, Penny Lee. Who's speaking for next week? And we're going to be at the River Lounge.
No,
And
No, next week it's Norm and we're on Zoom. And the week
Oh.
after is Cremina in person on the 29th of August.
Yes.
next week.
Really?
Nor-
Okay.
Norm is on next week, which is the 22nd.
Okay.
And then Cremina is in person
The
on the 29th.
29th.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay, I will check that. Sorry about that if I got that mixed up. All right.
That's
Okay.
okay. That's because there's 5 Thursdays in August. That's why you
Oh,
might
okay.
Sneaky August. Sneaky August.
Yeah.
Sneaky August, I guess. Okay. Thanks for the clarification. Perfect.
No problem.
All right. All right. So let's get the quote for the day there, Norm or Bernie.
I'm going to install some doors and windows now. No, sorry. It's not about ideas. It's about making ideas happen. Scott Belsky. So
Perfect. Thank
just
you
do
very
it.
much, everybody.
It's the Nike commercial a little longer.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're at the top of the hour. We're bang on time. So have a good week, everybody. Go out there, go get them. And just to schedule at least one band with somebody and see how that affects your business. That seems to be the key to growing your business and things. So have a great day. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook Live or LinkedIn or YouTube, we'll see you next week. If you want to promote your business, this is the place to do it. Take care, everybody.
There's also the LinkedIn link for this live